Okay, so we have these people who are now doing videos on YouTube uh, with like little Bible passages and, oh, everything's going to be okay, and uh, going to give you this moment in order to try and help you through this trying time, all this kind of nonsense. And it's very interesting that how that it perpetuates the falsity that is out there of follow me, follow this pattern, follow this form because this is the right one. And if there's anything that I've learned over all of my life, it's that things are so very, very different for each and every one of us. What works for you doesn't necessarily work for me. What works for another doesn't necessarily work for their relative, wife, sibling, any of those kind of things. You have to determine what is right for you, what works for you. That in itself takes a lot of time of being analytical, of doing a lot of research, of real thinking and thought about things and what is right, what's wrong in this world. Hope that you, in this trying time, are able just to take it as it is. What else can you do? You can take the different steps, but you can't change the world with just your one situation. We as a whole, sure, we eventually make changes in the world. Certainly when you get a huge feedback from people, things change. We've seen that happen. But in your own personal life, in your own time that you're sitting in your home for whatever reason, the self-isolation or just the mere fact of what the government has now said about essentially to stay at home for almost every single reason, then it's not the time to then sit and worry. But instead, it's the one to reflect, enjoy, and look forward to what else is going to come for life. I mean, I don't know. I may not survive this. I'm in all of the negative considerations, age, health, all of these kind of things. But I'm not going to help myself by sitting here and worrying about all of that. Instead, I'm enjoying watching different programs, spending my time with the different things that I enjoy, that I have interest in, and looking forward to the time that things come back to being a bit better. If you're ill, by all means, take every step that you can. Certainly, when I became in my life extremely, extremely ill, what I found out was that I had to manage my own health because I know it for what my circumstances are much better. I had a situation where I was being told to take the morphine, keep the tubes in, go with all of that because I was dying. And when I didn't comply with dying and did the opposite of these different things, they were very upset. I was threatened to be thrown out of the hospice that I was in. But as it turned out, I started to get better, started to increase weight, and right now I'm much too much weight, But at the time, I was extremely, extremely thin, 106 pounds. And it only happened just because in myself I determined that I was going to keep my own control and not give it off to someone else. That, if anything else, is what I encourage you to do, is control your own life. Have a good day. Don't take on all the little things with the little Bible verses for this and for that. I enjoy my relationship with God, but I'm not about to follow these guys with all of their different ways of essentially controlling your life for you. Take care.